Hey, what's going on? Welcome back. This is part 2 of this Bobcat series here. So in the last video, I showed you a rundown of this machine. I will put a card for that up here as well as a link down in the description. So in today's video, I'm going to be cleaning up this parking lot. I've already done a majority of the work, but I'm going to be doing one side here, and I've already gotten started, but I just thought I'd make a video of this to show you a little bit of this thing in action. This video, I'm going to have the camera mounted inside the cab, so you can see basically what I see. And then in the next video, I'm going to be dealing with this pile and some potholes and doing some like top coating. This is more the cleanup from plowing, and then the next video is kind of like regular parking lot maintenance. So let's jump in this thing and we will get to work. Hey, if you're interested in this kind of stuff, just subscribe to the channel down below and click that notification bell so you can be notified when I release new videos. Alright, so you can see I've already done a bunch out here. It piles up all the way along the edge, so I back dragged all that and smoothed this all out so it all looks wonderful. And now I'm working on this far edge. So what ends up happening is over time it builds up and kind of creates a low spot here, so I've been digging this out to try to get it so that it can drain better. And I pull back the stuff here. There was a bunch of like trees and garbage, you know, all in that, so that all got dumped way out back. And now I'm just doing the finishing touches, cleaning up. So here's how I deal with those piles on the outside edges. I just come over and I point the bucket basically straight down and back away. And that drags the piles as well as the debris, the branches and all that stuff back. And I try to go back about the same distance, and all of these piles will be lined up in a row. And then in a minute you'll see me scoop up all of the piles and dump those. On the other side, I was able to use most of the piles because there wasn't a lot of debris in them, but on this side, as you'll see, as I get down farther, this is on a swamp and there's a lot of cattails and just stuff that I couldn't use in the parking lot. I couldn't use this gravel. So we will dump that out back. All right, moving along a little bit. Here's where those cattails are I was talking about, and there's an opening in the trees, so I tend to push the snow back into this opening. So I just back drag this, and this is a ditch that runs all the way along this side of the parking lot. So I like to kind of get out some of these cattails so the water has somewhere to drain during the rest of the year as well, not just after plow season and the snow melt, because it tends to pool up on this side of the parking lot. And just like to keep this clear. And then right here is something really fun. I drop over this pile and whammo! Yeah, fun stuff. All right, now that I've back dragged all of these piles, as I said earlier, I try to make them in a row if you can. It's hard to tell exactly where they all are, but I try to scoop them all up. You can't have the blade down too far or you scoop up, you know, the parking lot. You have to be right at the right height, so this is a little tricky. But once the pile starts forming, it starts just kind of like a plow blade, just pushing it, and then just scoop it up. I'll come back and get that last pile that's there with all those cattails, and I'm just going to dump this off over the edge. This is all swampland all around this, so just kind of like dump it over right on the edge of the parking lot and pack it down, and the parking lot just kind of will get a little bit wider. All right, so on my way back, you could see that pile right there. And I'll just turn around and you can see where I just scooped up all those piles. I'm just going to grab what's left here and do the same thing, dump it out back. Just grabbing some more of this pile. That looks like a nice spot right there. Yep. Pack it down. And still got a little bit left. It's hard to scoop up when there's not a big pile, so let's see how I do here. Still a little bit over on this left side here. And again, it's really hard to get that height just right, so you're not scraping too far down on the parking lot. And see, get some speed and try to scoop it up. Oop, I didn't have my bucket flat. I gotta fix that. There we go. And just a tiny pile left, but we're gonna keep doing the same thing all the way down this edge, work our way all the way back. Alright, so as you can see up there, I scraped a bunch more, and now I'm scooping a little bit more back where I'd already scooped, and oop, got a little stuck there. There we go. Scoop a little bit more. Alright, so because the pile's kind of small, it's hard to pick it up, so I'm just going to push the whole pile back and then dump it. Alright, so now I've got this whole area where I've been dumping for a while today, so I'm just gonna spend a little bit of time here and try to flatten this out and pack it down real good. All right, now that that's flattened out, I'm gonna go back up to the front here, do a little more cleanup, see how this looks. Pretty happy with it. There is one little like weird little high spot and low spot right here, so I'm gonna scrape a little bit out and dump it in front of me, and then just kind of lay the bucket down flat and back blade away, so it kind of packs everything down, smooths everything out, all super nice. So we'll do all that right after I drop this right here and scrape that little section back a little bit. And another little scrapey. All right, and here we go with the smoothing out. So as you'll see as I start to do this, what's really nice about the smooth bucket, look at that. Back blade away and you get a nice perfectly smooth little flat area. So I'll do this around some of these spots and then we'll move on. Ooh, got a little close to that tree. All right, now I'm gonna scrape all the way along the right side here, all the way to the back. So instead of like before I was back dragging everything away, because I'm gonna just drive all the way along this and scoop all this stuff up. And again, digging out some of these cattails. I'm just going to keep dumping back here where I've been dumping. Cool. Now again, there's a ditch down on this right hand side, and from plowing all season and dumping it right here, it tends to pile up and make this a little high spot. So by me scraping this down, it gives the water somewhere to drain off to. Ooh, I'm trying to get this branch out of the way. See if I can get it. Slide it over there. There we go. All right, so I have a bit of a high spot right in front of me and then a low spot in front of that. You can't really see it in the camera, but I'm planning my attack here. I'm gonna scoop it up, try to lower that high spot, and then spin around because this tree's in the way, and dump it in the low area, and then flatten that out. I'm going to spin around here and just back drag that little pile and smooth it all out. And now I'm just going to start with the bucket as flat as I can get it, just smoothing out everything that I've already messed with and make this all look super nice. And this also helps to pack it down really well too, because I've disturbed everything. Okay, so there's a big rock right here. Let's see if I can scoop it up. And yeah, I got it. All right. I'll dump that in a second. Hopefully it doesn't fall out. And there goes that rock. I'm pretty impressed with myself there. Okay, so here's what it looks like, finished product. Basically, there was a kind of a hump there that was holding the water in, so I took all that out and flattened this out and smoothed it all out. Looks really good. Same thing down here, these cattails keep growing into the driveway, so I kind of clipped that down a little bit and just pushed it back there. We're actually trying to widen that a little bit in the back, so pretty good. All right, I'm gonna actually do this video in multiple parts. So in the next video, I'm gonna be doing these potholes and dealing with that pile. So if you wanna see that, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you can get notified when I release new videos, and I will see you on the next one. Hope you enjoyed.